Hello, my name is Debbie Reynolds. They call me the Data Diva. Today I want to talk about data privacy, the FTC, false claims, and anonymization. So the Federal Trade Commission has made a lot of waves by putting people on notice, or companies out on notice, that if they say on their website, for example, in their privacy notice or privacy policy, that they anonymize data, the FTC is going after companies that say that they anonymize data but actually don't anonymize data. So I think a lot of privacy folks or people who are concerned about what's happening with privacy regulations in the US are more concerned about the newer laws that are going to come out, but I think that companies also need to think about the laws that are already on the books that are being used and leveraged in new ways. So we know that it's important that companies, when they have privacy notices on their website, it really is a contract in some regard between the consumer and the website or the business in terms of how they handle their data and the things that they're doing. A lot of times these anonymization problems happen because, for example, let's say a company says, hey, we anonymize people's data, but then there's something happening in the background where, say for instance, your customer is being retargeted for ads based on maybe information that should have been anonymized about them. So that is one way that companies are getting outed for really not anonymizing their information. Because if companies can sufficiently anonymize information, users or consumers wouldn't be receiving ads and maybe some of these categories or information that should have been secret only between the customer and the organization that has the information. So I think it's, as a result of new technologies coming about, as a result of innovations that companies are moving into, as a result of digital transformation, this may be one that people kind of assume that it's not a big deal, but I assure you that it is. If you're not anonymizing someone's information, you definitely shouldn't say it in your privacy policy because someone may call you out on it. It can be evident in some of the downstream effects on consumers around anonymization, because if their data is anonymized, it's hard to transfer that data or that information to a third party for them to do other things like targeting or retargeting them for ads as a result of information that they gave to you as a business. So I think it remains to be seen what happens. I think the FTC is definitely calling this out because they're looking to make some examples out of companies that say that they do anonymization and they actually don't do it. So this will be interesting to see how this plays out. Thank you.